Right. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, today let us try to learn JSP. What are the different concepts you have to learn as part of JSP? Yeah, yesterday one small point one student shared. In listeners, I have one doubt. Actually, I didn't express. First HTTP session listener object created. The next servlet context object listener created. The next servlet request listener object created, right? Is it a correct order or zigzag order? What is the correct order? Higher to lower means context, session, request, or request, session, context. This is the order should follow. But it following zigzag order. Why? Yesterday was one of your classmates. Who is that today attended? You only. Someone told me listeners are loading into the JVM and instantiating based on alphabetical order. Class name alphabetical order or web.xml file configuration order. We didn't use web.xml file. We have used only annotations. Annotation configuration order it follows. So I have after class I just checked that the student given a point I consider and I change the names of the servlet class names as per the name order. The classes are loading into JVM. So we need to correct it. So tell me, what is the order of implicit objects creation? We have written first listeners, but in listeners we thought of first HTTP session, then next context request we have taken. But let us try to change the order. First, always what objects are created? Listeners. In which order listeners objects are created? Listeners and listener attributes both in the order they have configured in the web.xml file or on the name alphabetical order. Second, what is created? Context object. And third, what is created? Next. Session object is created only when you call the get session method. Tell me. First, listener attributes, both listener attributes both created. Then context object. Then next, request object and response objects, request response objects combination, and then fourth servlet. Okay, and then fifth inside servlet if I create HTTP session object. Okay, then HTTP if you call get session method, HTTP session object is created. Next servlet first servlet object or servlet config object. When servlet is found, then servlet config object and then servlet object is created. Whenever you create response object, background what object also created? Print writer object is also created. Okay, and now except listeners, how many other objects are there? Can you please count? Servlet context 1, request, response, print writer 4, servlet config, servlet object 5, 6, and then HTTP 7. Totally how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 objects are by default created inside the servlet container. Inside servlet container, for our servlet program, these 7 objects are created. And then listener objects are created only when we develop the listeners. If you don't develop listeners objects not there. So what is the order of creating all these objects? First listener objects, second context object, third request response print writer object, then servlet config, this is servlet config and servlet object, and then HTTP session object. Is HTTP session object always created? No, only when you call get session method. But context, request, response, print writer, config, servlet, these 7 or 6 objects are always created when we deploy the project and send the request. Okay, these are the points. Already we have note down order in servlet load on startup tag. Remember, right? Next, very important. If you use load on startup tag, if this order is what? Load on startup tag. If I don't use, if I use load on startup tag, what is the objects creation order? First, listeners. Okay. Second, what object created? Servlet context object is created. Third order is different. Here, third, what is created? Request, response, and print writer. But here, What is created? Servlet config and servlet objects are created. Why? Load on startup tag must load the servlet class when the object is, when application is loaded. Na? When application is loaded, automatically servlet object has to be instantiated. Further, before servlet config object. Then when you send the request, now fourth place, what objects created? Request, response and print writer object. And inside service method, if you have called get session method, then HTTP session object is created. So this is the complete story with load on startup tag, without load on startup tag. Where is the difference? The servlet object creation place is the difference. That is only the difference. Okay, these two are ulta. Without servlet config, without load on startup tag, request response, with load on startup tag, servlet config and servlet objects are coming. Okay, anyways, this order again I will give you, don't worry. Okay, observe here. Now, then I have changed the listeners. Listener class names I have changed. I given like this. I given 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06. Like this order I gave. Okay. Can I give the name with starts with a 0? Yes. But should be underscore, must be there. Okay. Identifier chapter. Right click on the servlet. Okay. Let me start the server. Directly right click. Start server. Observe now. First, what is coming? Servlet request listener handler, then HTTP session listener handler, then context listener handler, request attribute, session attribute, context attribute, and then context initialize. Because we have added attribute added message is coming. Okay. Now tell me why this order, previously order is different, now order is different. It's all because of the names I have changed. For example, now I am giving servlet context attribute name first, 00 I am giving. It will go first. Name changed. When name changed, now it is a reloaded again, context reloaded. Okay, reloading context. And observe who is coming first? Context attribute. Okay, so as per the servlet naming convention, class names. If you give web.xml file configuration order top to bottom. If you don't use web.xml file, you are using annotation, @listener annotation if you use, @listener annotation if you use, servlet class naming order, the listeners are loaded and executed. Just remember this point if interview asks the question. Definitely there are no questions from advanced level. Okay, actually on listeners, this much heavily I didn't use in my project, and also in the previous batches I didn't explain this much heavily. That's why I was not practiced. So in your batch I tried something more, so that's why some confusions, no problem. Now today let's start JSP. Okay, so as part of JSP syllabus we have to learn these are the points. First one, JSP basics and its features. Second, JSP tags and their syntax. Then third, JSP page execution flow, JSP page request processing phases, JSP page implementation class, PIC structure, PIC page implementation class structure, JSP lifecycle methods, JSP specification API, JSP lifecycle methods, frequently asked questions. Then JSP programming by using scripting tags, JSP implicit and scope objects. Importance of page context object, sharing attributes in JSP pages, HTML to JSP communication, reading form data in JSP page, working with JSP page directive tags, working with JSP include directive tag, working with JSP standard action tags, include or forward response, working with use bean, working with the taglib directive, developing JSP custom tag, classic tag, simple tag, tag files. And expression language. Expression language has implicit objects, operators, reserved words, and functions. JSTL tags and JSP2 database communication, doing CRUD operations on database from JSP page, connection pooling and file upload, download, all these things will come. and a project, final project. Okay. Now, this is the full syllabus of JSP. It itself will take 1 month time. Okay, na? Now there is no need of spending that much time because JSP is 100% completely outdated. Just have the knowledge of important points. This is the full syllabus and full notes, full programs, everything I will share. Okay, now, but as part of the course, how much important topics are required as per the given time, we will try to learn, and I'll make you fully understand everything. But like Servlets and JDBC, the main notes I am not dictating, main notes I will share in the Google Classroom. In your free time, try to make a notes or just follow the notes from the Google Classroom. Okay, so first let me start understanding JSP basics. Means what is JSP, why JSP, how is it different from Servlet, is JSP and Servlet are both are same, how to run JSP, how to run Servlet, when I run JSP what happened. These are all the first basic points. Okay, let me start program first. Directly I'm start working with program. I'm not using Eclipse beginning, I will use Edit Plus and then I'll come back to the Eclipse. Now first you tell me, I want to develop a Servlet program. Servlet is a standalone application or is it a web application? I mean, is it a standalone component or web component? It is a web component. Next, HTML page is web component or web document? Web document. What is the meaning of document? Document is nothing but a file that has tags and some description. Is called what? Web document. What is a web component? Web component means close notes. Notes is not required. Close. No notes. Everybody close notes and open your brain. Try to speak. Okay. Today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow. Only feeding in your brain. No need to bring notes and bags from tomorrow. Okay. Everything is in my system only. I'll do whatever I'm explaining. Try to understand. Hey, online students, are you listening? Can you hear me? Keep respond, Baba, in the chat window. Okay. Online students, you also close books, not required. JSP is such a nice topic, wonderful topic. You will enjoy. And Servlet, JSP is the revision of Servlet. Whatever you learn in the Servlet, everything is coming inside JSP with a mantra, abracadabra. You don't do anything. Just one line you write, lot of code generated. Okay, that abracadabra concept is there in JSP. Close computer also, so far. So now try to answer. Now I wanted to ask a few questions. Check answer. Class student open bracket, closed bracket. Is it a component? It is a component. Component means what? A class that is reusable. Just we call it as a component. Next, is this component executed by its owner or required some other program? If I create a main method class and call this a student object, call this a class student by creating object, by calling methods, then the class student is executing as a server side programmer, client side programmer, client side, because you are calling inside main method. It is executed as a standalone application, not as a web application. The same student class object I created inside where service method of Servlet class. Now the student class is now considered as client side executing standalone application or server side executing a server side. That means our core Java, all chapters, core Java, all programs, whatever in 3 months or 4 months of entire core Java, does they have their own life? No. The life is provided by either main method class or Servlet class. Up to you are in core Java there, then the life of the program is standalone application. Then once you move to advanced Java, in demo class and later classes I explain you, just you are replacing main method class with what? Servlet class. Now Servlet class you are replacing with JSP. Ante. Main method class you replace with Servlet. Now Servlet you are replacing with JSP. Tell me, what is the problem with main method class? Main method class will make our application executed as a standalone application only in one computer. Then what is, I want to execute my application. Application means class student. Class student, it's again internal classes. Now I want to execute my application throughout the internet, throughout the world, I want to provide access, then you have to replace main method with servlet. Front end servlet is what? HTML. Servlet and HTML you should introduce in place of main method class and scanner. That's what the point I told. Then HTML and servlet having some problem. To overcome that problem, Sun Microsystem has introduced a new technology called what? JSP. Point is clear? Main method class is having a problem which cannot be accessed throughout the world. That's why the main method class is replaced with a servlet program. But servlet program required input from the World Wide Web. For reading the input from the World Wide Web, we need one front-end program, the client-side executing program. That front-end or client-side executing program to develop, we have HTML technology. So main method class is replaced with HTML technology and servlet technology. Is it clear? HTML and servlet technology is having some problems, some limitations. Then to overcome these limitations, JSP technology came into picture. JSP technology, if we use JSP technology, you no need to write import statements. You no need to write class declaration. You no need to write method declaration. You no need to write out.println. Sir, what should I write? Directly logic you write. It's like a scripting. JSP is a scripting. Tell me, Python program in demo class somewhere I have shown. Python program is what? What you want? Write direct. No class, no method, no data types, no semicolons. You want to add two numbers, right? A equal to 10, B equal to 20, C equal to A plus B. Khatam. No extra masala, no syntaxes. Avoid all the syntaxes. What you want? Business logic. Write the business logic direct. Sir, where I should write business logic? In JSP, you cannot write business logic directly. JSP is a programmer page, Java server pages, Java server pages, JSP Java server page. Page means what? It is a HTML page. Servlet is a combination of Java plus HTML. JSP is a combination of HTML plus JSP. I'm giving very much important shortcuts. So try to remember, okay? Complete big sentences, theory points. I will share the material later. So first you try to concentrate. What is a servlet? Servlet is a web component. What is JSP? Web component or web document? Web document. It is not a component. It is not a main program. It is not a class. JSP is not a class. If you want to call something as a component, it should be a class. Okay, because it is executing via web, that's why servlet is called what? Web component. JSP is not a component, it is a page, means it's a document. Document means majority of the code in the JSP is dominated by Java code, HTML code, HTML. In the middle of HTML, wherever you need data, there you are inserting what? Java code. Then how can I tell to the server? This is a HTML, this is my Java code. So we have to separate HTML code from the, we have to separate Java code from the HTML code. For that, we have some special tags available. JSP is a Java syntax based programmer, tag based programmer, tag-based program. JSP is a web technology. JSP is a Java EE based web technology. It is a tag based web technology. Tag based web technology. So what is the meaning of tag? Everything you should write as part of a tag only. Then how can we differentiate HTML to JSP or Java code? That is where JSP come up with some special tags. Those tags are called scripting tags. What do we call? Scripting tags. Whenever you write a tag, how to write a HTML tag? Tell me, how can I write a HTML tag? Angular bracket, tag name, Angular bracket, tag name, following by Angular bracket by tag name. Whenever The browser, whenever the container or servlet container, JSP container or web server come across, this is our HTML page, okay? This is my HTML page. In HTML page means what? .html. In .html page, we will have only what? Tags. Now, same program I am copy pasting, right? Same program I am copy pasting and replacing this .html with what? .jsp. Okay, I placed .jsp, some file name, test.jsp. Here we have a HTML tags. But how can I tell, Are mama, this is a HTML and this is a JSP tags, JSP Java code. For that we should use what? Scriptlet. What the tag name? Scripting tags. Multiple tags are there. 5 tags are there. All these 5 tags are together called what? Scripting tags. In that scripting tags, one tag is called what? Scriptlet. What is the scriptlet? Percentage. Look at that. How can web server can differentiate? That is a HTML tag. This is a JSP tag. That is HTML code. This is a Java code. By using what? Scriptlet. What the syntax of the scriptlet? Can you identify? Angular bracket following by what is there? Percentage. Angular bracket percentage. Here what you write now? Java code. You write what? Java code and then percentage scriptlet. This is what? Java. This is a JSP tag. That's it. JSP completed. Antena? Yes. Okay, that much simple JSP. Sir, only this tag is there? Any other tags are there? Yes, we have another tag is also there. What is that? This another tag is equal to. What is another tag name? Equal to. Percentage equal to. And here you should not write Java code. You should write value to print. You should write what? Value to print. Value means no need to be value, either variable or value or expression or method call. First one is what? I want to write Java code. Then what I should write? Scriptlet. Angular bracket percentage angular bracket. No sir, I want to print some value. Okay, write what? Percentage equal to. Sir, I wanted to create some methods, sir. I want to create some methods. I don't want to write code. I don't want to write code. I want to write methods. Is it possible to write methods in the JSP? I want to create variables. I want to create methods. Possible? Possible. What you write now? That I should tell to JSP container. Who will run our JSP page? JSP container. I should tell to JSP container. JSP container, this is a declaration or definition. Then what you write? Explanatory mark. What I should write? Explanatory mark. In the explanatory mark here, what I should write here? Declarations. What declarations? Variables and methods. Variables and methods definitions. Simply I am writing variables and methods definition you have to write. Or constructors. Let me write definitions. So one by one slowly examples also we will practice. Definitions. And now observe, totally these 3 tags are technically called what? Scripting tags. So first tag is what? Declaration tag. Bolo, what we call? Declaration tag. Second one what we call? Scriptlet tag. What is that? Scriptlet tag. And third one is what? Expression tag. What do we call? Expression tag. Now, so tell me, what is JSP? JSP is a tag-based web technology. Inside JSP, we will write Java plus HTML, HTML plus Java. Na? HTML plus Java. Second point. In order to write Java code in middle of HTML tag, we have some special tags are provided by the JSP vendor, JSP designer. Those tags are technically called JSP tags. There are 3-4 categories of JSP tags are there. First category of JSP tags are called scripting tags. What we call? Scripting tags. In that scripting tags, we have what? 4 tags. What the 4 tags? 5 tags are there. First one is HTML comment. What is the first one? HTML comment. Second one is JSP comment. What is the second one? JSP comment. Third one, these two are meant for providing comments. Okay, like how in Java program we are providing comments by using single line comment, multi-line comment, document comment. In a JSP page also we can provide some comments. The comments are what? HTML comment, JSP comment, and then what? Script declaration tag. Come on, declaration tag. Next, scriptlet tag, and then what? Expression tag. Come again. How many scripting elements we have? 5. First one, HTML comment, JSP comment, declaration tag. Next one is what? Declaration tag, scriptlet, not scripting tag, scriptlet. Scripting tag, all 5 is called scripting tag. Now this is called what? Scriptlet. And the next, expression tag. And tell me now what this comment, what this tag is called? Declaration tag, JSP declaration tag. What this is called? Scripting or scriptlet? Scriptlet tag, scriptlet tag. What we call it as? Expression tag. A simple point here. The name itself is telling. Because you are placing declarations and definitions of variable, method, constructor, static block, non-static block. That's why this tag is called what? Declaration. The name itself is telling you. Next, tell me. Now you are writing Java code. Java code is called what? Scripting. Because you are providing scripting, that's why it is called what? Scriptlet tag. Here you are placing what? Value or method call. Some value you are generating there. Because you are writing some logic to generate value. The expression you are pasting to generate value. That's why it is called what? Expression tag. And tell me, what is the syntax of scriptlet declaration tag? Without looking about, tell me. Angular bracket, percentage, percentage, what do you write? Explanatory mark following by percentage tag and angular bracket. What you write here? Variable, declaration and definition. Declaration definition means you can assign value also or only declare. Also we can place what? Methods. Methods declaration or definition. You cannot place declaration. They are outdated. Okay. Frameworks are coming now. Frameworks are using, right? In frameworks, JSPs are not using, but servlets are using in frameworks. That's why. In Spring Framework, JSPs are not used, servlets are used. Servlet knowledge, JDBC knowledge compulsory to understand frameworks, but JSP knowledge 100% not required. Okay. There are some faculties, there are some institutes, JSP completely removed. Only in advanced they are teaching JDBC and servlet. Still in Naresh IT, we are still spending some time for teaching JSP. Because old projects or maybe interviewer are asking some questions. That's why still we are adding some JSP, some knowledge we are adding. Okay, no problem. Come back. And now tell me methods and then what we write? Constructors. If you required any constructor. And if you required any blocks, static, non-static blocks, you can write. Actually, constructor you cannot write because JSP doesn't have a name. Na? That's why we can write only blocks. Variable declaration, method definition, blocks. Tell me, JSP is also have life cycle methods, na? JSP life cycle methods. JSP life cycle methods. Like how servlet has the life cycle methods, JSP is also having life cycle methods. Those JSP life cycle methods we place inside where? Declaration tag. Next, tell me, scriptlet. What is the meaning of scriptlet? It contains what? Logic. Scriptlet tag contains what? Logic. Now tell me, what is the syntax for scriptlet tag? Angular bracket, percentage, then following by percentage, no special character. Then inside what you write directly, can I declare local variable? Come on, local variable declaration. And next, already in the declaration tag we have declare variables, na? Those variables are class level static, non-static variables. Okay. Then initial accessing static variable and non-static variable declared placed in declaration tag. Can I write DT? Okay. Declaration tag. Then next, when I write program, you will get more clarity. Just try to accept it. First, let me write and then started using. Next, following by, whenever you are accessing variable, can I write conditions on the variable? Can I write loops on the variable? Next, conditions, loops, next, can I write break statements? I mean, transfer statements, break, continue, return? Yes. Transfer statements. Next, can I place here? Can I place here? Try catch block, try catch, finally. Next, throw. Can I write throws? Throws. Throws is allowed where now? Method declaration. Do you have any method in JSP? No. Here in the declaration tag, you can write throws, but here you cannot write throws. Only we can write try catch, finally, and throw. No throws. The next, can I place method calls? Next, can I write object creation? Yes. So whatever the logic section related, everything you can write inside where? Come on, where I can write? Inside scriptlet. Come on, this is a new words for you. You should try to repeat as many times as possible so that your mind can remember. Now this is what? Scriptlet. This is a declaration and this is what? Scriptlet. Then next, expression tag. So tell me, let me write like this so that you can feel. Next, tell. Here what you did, you declare the variables, you define the methods, you place the blocks, JSP lifecycle methods. Whatever the variables you placed in the declaration tag, can I access in the scripting tag? Yes. So this scriptlet can access declaration tag members. Okay, now then next following by whatever the result generated in the scriptlet, can I access it in expression tag? Yes. The next what is coming? Expression tag. Expression tag. Expression tag. Then what you place here? Value or expression or okay, value or variable name, value or variable name or expression or what do you call non-void method call, non-void method call, or you can also create what? Object creation. Anything that generates value you have to use. Anything that generates the value you have to use. This is expression tag. Generally, expression tag we will place in a one line. Where is this variable? Where is this variable name you declare? Here. In scripting, whatever the variable you declare local variable, also whatever you placed in the declaration tag, that variable also you can access. Now, this entire three tags, all these three tags code together, what we call JSP page. What we call JSP page. A JSP page doesn't contain Java code directly. The JSP page contain tags. The Java code we will place inside the tags. How many tags we are using? Simply 3 tags. What the 3 tags? Number 1. Come on, sir. Everyone. Number 1, declaration tag. Number 2, scriptlet tag. Number 3, expression tag. Declaration tag is nothing but angular bracket percentage explanatory mark. Inside, can I write the logic? No. Logic is not allowed in the declaration tag. In the scriptlet, can I write the logic? Yes. In the expression tag, can I write the logic? No. I should only place a value or object creation or non-void method call. Array, it is very, very simple servlet program here. Let me compare. Okay. Let me compare. Let me compare with the servlet. You got some idea? Now let me make it visualization with servlet. Tell me, how did you write servlet program? First, what you write? Import statements. Okay, first you write package. Okay, I'm not writing full program. Okay, just I'm writing main points. Package statement. Next, what you write? Import statements. And next, what you write? Class declaration. Public class my servlet. Next, extends what? HTTP servlet. Open bracket, closed bracket. Tell me, this is a class body, na? The class body is nothing but JSP page. Visualize, huh? Visualize this diagram. The outside dabba, JSP page, outer dabba there, na? That outer dabba is nothing but what? Class, open bracket, closed bracket. No imports, no package statement JSP, no import statements in JSP, no class declaration, no extending from anything. That open bracket, closed bracket of a class is nothing but JSP page. Inside class, here what you place? Inside class, what you place here? Can I place static variables? Can I place non-static variables? Can I place non-static variables? Yes. Can I place a static block here? Yes. Can I place a static block? Next, can I place non-static block? Yes. These are what? Declarations only, na? Next, can I create my own user-defined methods? Can I create my own static, non-static, user-defined methods? Static and non-static, user-defined methods. Before that, can I create constructor, no param, and param constructor, no param and param constructors, and then static, non-static, user-defined methods. These all what myself I am creating. In addition to that, you are going to create life cycle methods, right? Life cycle methods. What are the life cycle methods? Life cycle methods. First life cycle method, public void init of servlet config of config. Okay, servlet config of config. And here you are writing initialization logic. And then following by, everyone should participate as much possible, that much recollect. Next, public void service of servlet request req comma servlet response resp open bracket, close bracket. As much as possible, try to recollect. Don't feel lazy to reply. Okay, if you reply, then servlet will be revised and automatically JSP you are learning. Automatically you are learning JSP. Then third life cycle method is what? Public void destroy. Public void destroyed. Open bracket, closed bracket. Public void destroy, closed bracket. I am changing the life cycle methods creation order. Init method, destroy method, and service method I am writing. Any objection? Objection is overruled. Inside service method, you are writing what here? You write what? Business logic. You write what? Business logic. Business logic is nothing but what? Local variable, method calls. Okay, local variable, static variable assignment, non-static variable assignment. The next method calls, next object creation, next what? Object creation, control flow statements, exception handling statements. All these are comes under what? Business logic. Following by, you are writing response generation. Now, what is that? Print out dot print ln of what you are writing? What do you call value printing you are writing logic, or variable name you are writing here, variable name you are writing here, or some expression you are writing here, or some object creation statement we are placing here, right? And even you are calling non-void method call, everything you will place. This is the servlet daily you are working. Now you show your talent. Compare the JSP what I have explained with the servlet. Tell me, JSP is available here. Array. JSP available here. Tell me now what I told. First line public static, public class my servlet open bracket to closed bracket is what? JSP page. In JSP page we have 3 parts. Okay, so nothing but inside servlet program we have 3 parts. Online students, inside servlet program we have 3 parts. First part, declaration. Okay, let me write boxes so that you will get clarity. First box is what? Declaration. Okay, na? Second part is what? Logic. Second part is logic. Third part is printing. That is a part of what? Service method. Okay. First part is what? Declarations. Okay. First part is declaration. Second part is what? Logic. Third part is what? Presentation. Nothing but output. There are 3 parts are there. These 3 parts only na I told in a JSP. And tell me, in the declaration tag, what you have written? Logic. The declaration part. Variables, blocks, parameters, static, non-static method, life cycle methods, init method, destroy method. All these are went to where? Declaration tag. Ardhamainda? Next, whatever you have written in the servlet, just we are replicating in JSP in a shortcut method. That's all. Now, whatever the variables, methods, blocks, lifecycle, init and destroy methods you created in service method, in servlet class, that you are going to write inside where now? Declaration tag. Next, whatever the business logic you have written inside service method, that you are going to write inside where? Scriptlet. Where you are writing? Scriptlet. Whatever you write in scriptlet, that is going into service method. Next, whatever you want to print by using out.println, tell me, in place of out.println bracket, what you are writing? Expression tag. Expression tag is angular bracket percentage equal to. Able to mapping na? Tell me, last 15 days or 20, 3 weeks, 4 weeks we spend on the servlet, right? I think almost 1 month we spent. So the 1 month course, whatever you learn on servlet, in just 5 minutes is, this is the diagram. Converting this diagram, JSP is nothing but remove package statement, remove import statement, remove class declaration. In place of class declaration, you place what? Declaration tag. Next, remove service method, declare service method that dabba. Then in place only business logic you write inside where? Scriptlet. Okay, and remove out.println. Out.println place what you write? Expression tag. That's all. Servlet converted to JS. How much easy it is? Shall we try one small program? Okay. Now tell me how to develop simple program. Simple program I want you teach me. I want to develop a servlet program for printing hello on the console. On browser, I want to print hello. Totally how many steps you are writing in the servlet? Step by step everyone should tell. Ready? Yeah, sir, everything we forgot, sir. Suddenly if you ask how can? Try. No problem. Okay, step number 1. Tell me, what the step number 1? Servlet program development for printing hello world on the console. What the step number 1? Hey, step number 1, ra. Yeah. Create project folder structure. Okay, create project folder structure. What is that? Project name. Okay, project name. Then web-inf classes. Okay, hello world servlet .java web.xml. Okay, this is the folder structure first you have to do. అన్ని రివైజ్ చేసుకోవాలి. JSP అంటే రీరైటింగ్ సర్వలెట్, నాట్ మోర్ దెన్ దట్. Okay, na? This is the project folder structure. Okay, super. First step. Second step is what? Second step, step number 2, develop servlet. Everyone try, okay? Develop servlet. Okay, then tell me what I have to do. Package com.nit.hk.servlets semicolon. Next, import statement. Import. Chapale. Jakarta dot servlet dot http dot http servlet. Sir, everything forgot, sir, because Eclipse is adding. Come on, recollect. Import Jakarta dot Jakarta dot servlet dot http dot http servlet http servlet request http servlet response next generic servlet. Why generic servlet, man? Next servlet dot servlet exception, right? Then next java dot io dot io dot what io exception. Next java dot io dot print writer. OMO. Anything else? Then next class must be public class. Hello world servlet extends http servlet. You must understand my pain, and if you develop, you should also understand your pain. You should feel the pain. If you don't feel the pain, you don't enjoy JSP. Feel. Abba, I should write import state. I should write package. Oh my God. I should write same import statement every servlet program. I should write same class declaration in every class. Okay. Then next, public void service of servlet. Acha. HTTP servlet request req comma HTTP servlet response RESP. Then I should write throws servlet exception comma IO exception. Everything I only should write. Container not writing for me. Who? Container not writing for me. Then next, come on. Response dot set. See, tell me, inside servlet, we are writing two types of logics. Number one, request processing logic. First, you are writing request processing logic. Nothing but what? Business logic. Validations and calculation. Business logic, request processing logic, business logic, validations and calculations. Okay, then from the request processing logic result generated, that result we have to publish, print on the browser. For that is called response generation logic. There are two types of logics we will write in the servlet. Request processing logic. Number two, response generation logic. Response generation logic is nothing but preparing dynamic HTML page with the outputs. Preparing dynamic HTML page with the output generated from the B logic. Okay, now whatever the output is generated from the business logic, that logic you want, that output you want to display on the browser. For that, you are preparing one HTML page. This HTML page preparation is nothing but what we call response generation logic. What is the program we are developing? Hello World Servlet. For Hello World Servlet, request processing logic not there. Then directly we are going to what? Response generation logic. Preparing dynamic HTML page. Let me write directly, remove this. Dynamic HTML page. Now, below. First, in the response generation, first step is what? Response dot set a content type of double quotes text slash HTML. Wow, this is the first statement. I should write, you should write, everyone should write. Then who should write? Container should write. Remember, converting string to lowercase logic, I should write, you should write, everyone should write. Then who should write? Sun Microsystem should write. Already they have written and provided. Na? Then, like that, in a Servlet program, what are the repeated code is there? Who should write? Container should write. But why he is asking me to write? Auto unboxing, remember? Integer IO1 equal to new integer of 10. I should write, you should write, everybody should write. In Java 5 version, they have removed that access code directly writing integer IO equal to 10. Next step what? I should obtain print writer PW or out equal to response dot get writer. Tell me this line. I should write, you should write, everyone should write. Then who should write? Container should write. Then next, I want to print output. Out dot print ln or print of double quotes. What message you want, right? Hello world. Amma. This is the array. For just one line to print, just this bujj message to print. Oh my God, how much code you have written? Feel pain. Okay. Next step. Completed? No. Next step. Step number 3. What is step number 3? Save above program. In web hyphen inf web-inf slash classes. Classes. Then next. Completed? No. Step number 4. What to do? Set a class path. Set class path equal to. Hey, forget, that is set class path equal to what? Servlet hyphen API dot jar. Servlet hyphen API dot jar you have to set in the class path. Then next step. Okay, open command prompt. First step what? Set class path. Second step is what? Compile and save dot class file. Yeah, where? In dot class file in web hyphen inf slash classes folder. Completed? Inka next step. Ippudu asala story starts. A horrible story. What is that? Configure servlet in web.xml file. Configure servlet in web.xml file. Come on, right? Tell me. What do you write? Web hyphen app by web hyphen app. Then next servlet by servlet. Then next. Hey, where are you going? Servlet by servlet. Then next servlet hyphen name by servlet hyphen name by servlet hyphen name. What a servlet 1. Then next servlet hyphen class. Oh my God. com.nit.hk.servlets servlet hyphen class. Then next copy paste servlet hyphen mapping. Next servlet name as it is servlet hyphen class place URL hyphen pattern. What is the URL pattern? Slash s1 servlet hyphen mapping. Oh my God. Then next up is what? Step number 5. Step number 6. Save above web.xml file in web-inf folder. Correct? Any spelling mistakes? Ma? Okay. This side. Correct? Remaining? Then save above web.xml file in web- anything else? Okay. Inga? Class name not written. Hello world servlet. I'm most excited to launch servlet. That's why I'm doing all mistakes. Okay. Right. Anything else? Anything? SCR. Servlet name. Servlet. And then here also na. Okay. Copy paste mistake. It's not my mistake. That's all. Any mistakes? Okay. Sai Kumar. Completed everything. Correct? Anything mistakes? Now save web.xml file. Now what is ready? Project is ready. Then next step number 7. Create var file. Var file create. And then step number var file creation. What is the command? Okay, you know, right? No need to write the command. Step number 8. Start server. Start server. Then deploy project in server / where web apps folder. Okay, start server, deploy project var file in server / web apps folder. Next step number 9. Open browser, send request to servlet with the URL. What the URL? Deploy spelling mistake. What the URL? http://localhost:9090/ what the project name? Let me take hello. Project name I'm taking hello. Okay. Then now project name is hello /hs. Okay. Hello servlet. Let me take here S1 place hs. Hello servlet. HS. Then finally, request will go to web server to web application hello, web application to web.xml file. In web.xml file, searching for the URL pattern with what? HS. HS URL pattern found. Then with the URL pattern mapping servlet name. With the servlet name mapping, servlet name in the servlet tag. Servlet name mapping, servlet class name is found. Load the servlet class into JVM. Instantiate servlet class object and then call init method, then further call service method. Inside service method, response of set content type, response of get writer, and then println of hello world. Then hello world is coming to the browser and finally displaying hello world. Amaya. Okay na? Everything completed? ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి రా. Now step number 10. User asked hello world enter నీ బోంద say hi. Change message, print message to hello world to hi. What to do? Change message from hello world to hi. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తారు చెప్పండి? First stage, okay? Basic development completed, output coming, everything done. Now the next point is very, very important. This is a browser resume, okay? Browser, and this is the output. Now tell. Now the next step is change message from hello world to hi message is asking. What we do? Automatically message changing sufficient? No. Step number 1. Open servlet where in local project folder open servlet Java file, servlet Java file, everyone participate, servlet Java file. Second, change out.println message to hi. Okay, na? Third, and next what to do? Save this program. Come on, everyone. You should feel this pain. Next, after saving, set open, okay, set class path again, because you already lost the class path, na? Set class path and compile it again. And whenever you want to do some changes in the servlet code, again you have to you have to modify the Java file, save it, compile it, then next, again prepare var file, next, sixth step, what to do? You must restart server. Tell me, just by modifying servlet program in your local directory, it is automatically loaded in the server? In the Eclipse loaded, na sir. In the Eclipse, whenever I modify, reload coming, na. That is the automatic feature of Eclipse. Eclipse internally doing that. Manually, when you are starting the server from external world, and when you deploy the project, when you modify the project in your local project directory, is that modification automatically reflected? No, because the dot class file from the hard disk, it is already loaded into server. Okay, in the server JVM memory, in the server memory, the class is already available. If you want to load that modified class into the JVM, you have to restart. Now what do you write? Restart server, then deploy var file again. Or remove the var file and then what? Deploy the new var file. This much extra work you want to do. Whenever you want to change some message or whenever you want to modify the code in the servlet, you have to modify the code in servlet, then modify the source code, save it, compile it, prepare var file and redeploy in the server. If required, you have to restart. This is all the story about what? Servlet development servlet development style, JSP. Ready? Ready? JSP 1, 2, 3. Hello world. అయిపోయింది JSP. అంతే ఓవర్ రా. JSP completed. That's all. Step number 1. Project folder. What the project folder? Hello. Ante. No extra. Project folder is just hello. No folder structure. enough classes chata chadaram not there. Step number 2. What is step number 2? JSP program creation, JSP page. JSP page creation. What do you do? Open edit plus. Number 2, create. Okay, click new arrow JSP file, new arrow others, or else JSP not required, just simply click new. Okay, let us go. It will follow the JSP syntax. New others arrow JSP. Let's see JSP is there or not. New others JSP. Okay na? JSP. Okay. Look at that. Do you have any code? It's an empty page. And then JSP, third step, just type hello world. Ante, nothing. Just type hello world. Fourth step. What the fourth step? Save. Search. Acha. Here, step number 3. Save above page with hello.jsp. Where? In hello folder. Project folder. In project folder hello. Project folder hello. Okay, now next step. If it is a servlet, what is the next step? Step number after developing. Oh my God, package, import, class, service, set content, println, outdoor println, everything gone. Only hello world. The next, save above program completed. Open command prompt. Then, do you need to open command prompt? Do you need to set class path and compile? No, because it is not a Java program. It is not a Java program, just a page. Next step, come on. Do I need to create web.xml file? No, no web.xml file. Next step, do we need to create var file? Your wish. If you want to create var file, you can create, but waste. Step number 4, create var file. If you want to create var file, otherwise not required. Okay, only var file for distributing purpose. Create var file. Var file contains what? Just hello. Then next, start server. Step number 5. Var file not required. I'm removing. Okay. Step number 4. Start server. Deploy project folder. Directly project folder in server. Okay. And then step number 5. Open browser and send request by using below URL. Now what the URL? HTTP. This is a browser header bar. Okay. http://localhost:9090/ht. Hello. Arey bhai, how did you send the request to access HTML page? HTML file name you mentioned, na? In place of HTML file name, you are writing JSP file. Ante. Okay. Then you will get output hello world. IP. Okay, na? Then I wanted to change. Now, if you want to change hello world to hi. How many steps you did here? Oh, so many steps you ran. Tell me now. First, request response completed. I want to change the message. Step number 6. Change message from hello world to hi. What to do? Open. In local project, no need to go. Directly in the server. webapps/hello folder. Open JSP page. JSP page or file? File. Open JSP file. Change message to hi. Save this page. No need to restart. Send request again. Khatam. What will you get? Hi. Send request again. No restarting, nothing. Okay. Shall I show you this? Open JSP and I'm writing what? Hello world. Save. Go to. Can I directly go to C drive, create the folder structure there? Tomcat. Inside Tomcat, web apps. Inside web apps, directly I'm creating a project folder called what? Hello. You can directly create here. Okay. Hello. Inside hello. Now here I'm creating a file with what name? Hello.js. Then go to C drive, and Apache Tomcat bin start server. Ante means that's it. So simple. Very easy things are in English. In Telugu, we call it what? Ante. Completed? Server started. Then what to do? Open browser. What is the URL? I don't want to type URL. I want to copy from here. Copy, paste, send. Output coming, hello world. But it is taken lot of time rounding, right? I got a doubt why it is not coming output. I went there and coming here. Okay. But when we send a request to Servlet, fast it come. But now it's taken lot of time. Rounding. Achha, JSP slow. Servlet is fast. Super. Now send request, copy, close this browser, open new browser, send the second request. First request slow. Send the second request. Second request coming fast. Open another browser and try from another browser. Request coming slow now faster. Why in the first request it is coming slow? Why second request onwards coming fast? That is called JSP execution flow. JSP execution phases. Some extra points are there, extra phases are there than servlet. Okay, that you have to understand. Close this. Close this. Now, what I want you change message. Then what to do? Go to server folder directly. See Tomcat. Go to web apps, and then in web apps, hello, and open hello.jsp. Hello.jsp, double click, it is asking server. What is this? I don't understand. Because JSP extension down to the operating system. Who will open the files? Operating system. Right click, open with. If you say to the operating system, select edit plus always to open JSP file. Always you can click or just once, your wish. Then just once I am taking. I want to change hello world to what? Hi. What to do? Save, close this file, and then go to browser. Open browser, and tell me, I am sending request after JSP page changed. I am sending request first time. Oi. JSP page changed. Sending request first time. Then it will give output faster, takes time. Let's see. Rounding na. Second request onwards. Copy, open new browser, paste, is coming first. Okay na? Now another browser, and then send request coming fast. So why I am highlighting it? This request coming fast slow, I didn't highlight in servlet, but in JSP I am highlighting because there is a special point you should understand. Everybody got clarity here? So tell me, servlet means how many lines of code you have to write, how many steps you have to do. Do you understand? 9 steps you have to do, lot of extra work. Just for printing hello world, this one message, there is a lot of extra masala work you are doing. But if you use JSP, just one line. Okay, so if you try JSP one time, then it will be easy for you. Sorry, now I want you tell me, okay, extra work I don't want, just directly tell me Java program. Okay, directly tell me servlet program. Open Java. Now I have to write again all these import statement and all these lines. I want to develop some business logic now. Okay, now I'm writing one more JSP program to show you the business logic. How will you write servlet program for this business logic? 3 programs I will develop, and I'll show you how much easy working with JSP. Open bracket, closed bracket. Observe now. Package, import statements. Then this is I wanted to print the server date at what time I send the request. I want to print a server date. I send the request in the server. What is the time and date I want to retrieve and send the response back. Date servlet. I'm taking class name as what? Date servlet extends HTTP servlet. Then service method. Then now what the logic I write now? Here I should write business logic now. Okay. Business logic plus directly I am writing. I want you print neatly with HTML tags and everything. I don't want just like that message. Neatly HTML tags, everything I want. And tell me what you write now. Okay, first I should specify response dot set content type of what do you write? Double quotes. Text slash HTML. And then next print writer out equal to response dot response dot get writer. These two are meant for response preparation. Then following by out dot println. What I said, you have to write HTML, complete top to bottom HTML clear code I want. Double quotes. What do you write? HTML by HTML. Then next, you have to prepare alignment, na? Alignment. Okay. Then what? Head by head. Then next, title by title. The next date servlet or today date and time. Okay, this is the title. Next, following by what do you write? Out dot println of double quotes body. Next, by body. Then next, inside out dot println of double quotes. What do you write now here? I want to display text in a H1 format. H1 by H1. Okay, today's date and time colon. Okay, plus java dot sql dot timestamp of. Okay, let me take it to the next line. Okay, this H1 should not come here. Plus also I am removing java.sql dot timestamp a small letter na timestamp of system dot current time millis. Okay, system dot current time millis returns the time in the milliseconds, and when we pass that milliseconds to the timestamp, it will prepare full date and time. So this is the servlet program you have to write. Oh my God, look at that, how much code you have written. Tell me, is it easy? Is it easy to write? Is it easy to write? Is it easy to write HTML tags inside out.println? It become very complex confusion code, na? Mixing of Java HTML tags, where tag is started, where tag is end. Next, tell me, can I use page generation tools for generating HTML page? We have some tools, na? Some softwares are there, right? VS Code can generate HTML tags. And next, our Edit Plus also can generate HTML tags. But if I develop the HTML tags by using Servlet program, can I use HTML tags generating tools? No. I have to write everything manual, and we have to arrange everything inside where now? Double quotes, out.println double quotes. Then tell me, response preparation logic is easy enough, very difficult? Very difficult. And next, who am I? I am a Java developer. I am good at Java program, but not page design. I am not good at page design. Then tell me, if you ask me to write page, the HTML tags, A lot of confusion I have. So my page design and the look and feel may not be that much good because I'm expert in the back end development, but not expert in the front end development. Because Java code and HTML code both are mixed in a single servlet program, two different developers cannot work. Parallel development possible or not possible? Not possible. While I am developing business logic, other developer web designer cannot develop this response code. Okay, and next that particular web designer, I finish in my business logic, outputs are ready, then I have done. Now the web designer has to come and work in my Java program. When he look at the Java program, out.println, what is this nonsense? I know only tags. What is this out.println? I don't understand. So web designers don't know Java, Java developer don't know web designing. There is a mixing of this everything. Then is it a complex or not? Yes. Are you feeling? You must feel, sir, I know everything, sir. I can write this page and that page. If you say, then I cannot make you JSP easy to you. I cannot create a feeling to you. You must feel, yes, yes. Sir, I am a full stack developer. I know HTML also I will write, sir. Assume you are only Java developer. You did an HTML course, okay? Then tell me, the same program, if it is a JSP, how easy we write? Observe. Same code I am rewriting. Ready? File. New. What? Others. JSP. Okay. Paste. Now remove this entire chata chadaram. Right? This everything remove? Right. Removed. Then next, this open bracket, closed bracket is removed. Tell me, JSP is a Java plus tags, tag plus Java na. Mari Java enduku tisa. Remove. Okay na? And then go. This also hello. Run anta. This also remove. Wow. And tell me, what is the feeling? Java na HTML? Tell me. When I am writing my Java program in another system, web designers can write the HTML code, HTML tag, everything can you prepare or not? But sir, what about this Java code, sir? Yes or no? This is a Java code, na? What about this Java code? Come on. How to insert Java code in the middle of HTML tags? Array, today beginning class I told na, scriptlets tag, scripting tags. How many scripting tags? 5. Which scripting tag I have to use here? Is this a business logic? No. Is it a declaration logic? No. What is this? Printing logic. Printing logic means out.println place what I write? Expression tag. Angular bracket percentage equal to angular bracket. Sorry, percentage. Where is this percentage? Angular bracket. But tell me, it is a where it is going and placing in the background. This line will go and store inside out.println. This is our Java program. Completed. This is our JSP program. So tell me, servlet is easier, JSP is easier. If you start practicing JSP, you never look at the servlet. Servlet, I don't understand. I love JSP. I hate servlet. Okay. Now tell me, what to do next? Save. Go web apps, create a new project folder. What is the name of the project? Date.jsp. And then save date.jsp. Okay. And then what to do? Should I restart the project? Restart the server? Not required. Open browser. Now what do you pass here? I think we have taken date capital letter, JSP/ date.jsp. Cut, close this browser, open new browser. You will get message faster. Fast request takes time. Ready? Error. Why error, Swami? Let me check. Any mistake I did? Correct na? Date.jsp. data.jsp saved. Okay. Okay. Ready? Press enter. Abracadabra. Output. Chop. Java.sql cannot be resolved to a type. Space is there. No, no. Okay, from this exception, from this error, tomorrow some topic I am revealing that today only you are going to learn. Look at that. Unable to compile class for JSP. Oh, I am writing JSP page. Background, what is happening? JSP page converted to Java file. Java file converting to dot class file. Dot class file loading into servlet container, instantiated, initialized. Why is taking the extra time? Because of this translation phase. From second request onwards, why it is fast executed? Because already translated, directly request processing. Understand? That entire story I'll show you tomorrow, but why it is not accepting java.sql? Come on. Line? Line number 12. Okay. I think it's not a problem. One second, let me check. Okay, so that extra character is not a problem, but Sai page import, I'm using fully qualified name, no? If you want to add import statement, then, but I'm adding what? Fully qualified name. Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. Now, what the mistake I did? Prudvi, thank you, Nan. Right click. I am taking class name. I should take class name or take as an object. Object, new. Understood a mistake? I have to take what? Object, right? What I have written? I have written only class name. Java.sql.timestamp is a class name, but I should write what? Object, new keyword I should use. Okay, that's the mistake I did. Then now error will not come. Okay, na? That's what I'm saying. Being a student, you should also participate along with me how to solve the error. Then error coming up, బాగా ఇంద్రా వీడికి ఎలాగా జరగాలరా సాల్వ్ చేయరా నువ్వు సాల్వ్ చేస్తాలే చూస్తా నేను ఓకే ఐ విల్ సీ కెన్ యూ సాల్వ్ ఆర్ నాట్ when faculty got a problem you should also involve what is the mistake happen how to solve I'm a software engineer how to that intention should be there okay done now tell me today's date and time what is that 2024 12 5 same time is coming now so this is the 1750 this coming in a 24 by time format. So finally whenever you are working with JSP We are more focusing on Java coda or presentation coda. Final conclusion. Is JSP meant for request processing or response preparation? Tell me. Now in the web applications development, is servlet fully removed? No. Initially, they thought of remove servlets. But going on, they realized that, hey, not possible to remove servlets. Then servlets, JSP both are required. In a servlet, we are performing two tasks. One is what? Request processing. Another is what? Response generation. Then people are saying, hello, remove response generation part and move it to what? JSP. At end of your servlet service method, can you send the control from servlet to JSP? Once the result is generated, at the service method end after result generated, can I send the control from servlet to the JSP? How? అయ్యయ్యో మర్చిపోయారు అంతా మర్చిపోయారు గజని రిక్వెస్ట్ డిస్పాచర్ డాట్ ఫార్వర్డ్ request dispatcher dot forward. By using forward mechanism, I can forward the control from the request processing servlet to JSP page. And tell me, sir, if you pass the request dispatcher forward mechanism control from the servlet to JSP, how the servlet program generated outputs can come to the JSP? Outputs are available with the servlet program, but you wanted to use and print from where? JSP. How the values can send from one program to another program in a web application? Huh? Include. Last 3 days we are discussing the topic here. Scope objects. What are the scopes? Request, session, context. Which scope you will use? Request scope, because send the value, generate the results, and put in the request scope as an attribute, forward the request to JSP, JSP reading the values from the attribute, and then displaying on the browser. One request response cycle completed. I don't want further results. So finally tell me, what is the web application development architecture? Browser to servlet, request processing, generate output, place inside attribute, request scope attributes, then forward the request to JSP. In JSP, inside scriptlet tag or inside what? Expression tag, retrieve the attributes and then retrieve the attributes from the request object and display on the browser with the help of HTML tags. So tomorrow I want you to develop request processing logic plus response generation logic, everything in JSP. Then we will see about JSP page again Java code is increasing. When Java code is increasing, web designers can understand the Java code? No. Again Java programmer has to involve. Then finally, now we wanted to separate JSP and servlet as a two separate programs and we will develop full-fledged program. Okay na? By tomorrow you are coming. Will you come practice these two programs and come? Should I upload notes or will you try by your own? Upload, Jeevitandam upload. Sorry, I'll upload, practice and come. Okay? Thank you. That's all for today class. Online students, everyone understood? Hope you all enjoyed JSP. Okay, thank you. See you all tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll learn some more interesting points in JSP comparison with servlets. Good. How you prepared it?